And what I've drawn from each of those frameworks to help build a better ERM process. But I'll tell you, if you're looking for one framework, it would be that COSO framework. So what is that? Well, it defines risk. And risk is the possibility that events will occur and affect the achievement of strategy and business objectives. And those business objectives can be in a nonprofit as well, as you know. And what is ERM? Well, ERM, it's a little more complicated. It's the culture, the capabilities, and practices that organizations integrate with strategy setting and apply when they can carry out the strategy with the purpose of managing risk and creating, preserving, and realizing value. It's a lot that's said there in a small bullet. But the culture, capabilities, and practices, the culture is the people. And the people have to be on the same page as it relates to managing risk. And the capabilities are their skills as well as the systems that they use, and the practices are the policies. So call it the people, processes, and systems that are in place for an organization that integrates with that strategy setting. So where do you want to go, and what's going to inhibit you from getting to where you want to be? So lining risks and the identification of risks to your strategy is really important, because there may be many risks that are somewhat inconsequential or totally inconsequential to you getting to achieving your strategy and your goals, with the purpose of managing risk and creating, preserving, and realizing value. So what is preserving value? Preserving value is simply keeping what you have, right? So maybe you have a portfolio of investments. Is you really want to just preserve the value of those investments. They'll grow over time, but that's a preservation of value. On the other hand, creating value may be getting into new programs, something you haven't done before. And certainly there's risk in creating new programs. Or if you think about a consumer products company, getting into a new product entirely, that's creating value. And then realizing value is what's the return on that investment. So there's a couple ways to look at that. The framework itself is comprised of 20 principles, and you see those principles underlying here, but there's a process. And I'll take you through that process, and my process is similar, and it draws upon some of those 20 principles here.